Thank you for joining my lecture. Today, I talk about the Cold War. After the end of World War II, the confrontation between the United States and the Soviet Union began. Both sides of nations didn't go to war, but went to the nuclear arm race. An American political commentator, Walter Lippmann, named such a situation Cold War. The President of the United States, Harry Truman, he ordered the atomic bombing in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The dictator of the Soviet Union, Stalin. The dictator of North Korea, Kim Il-sung. The first South Korean president, Syngman Rhee. Right side was Syngman Rhee. Left side was Douglas MacArthur. The Korean War. The war between South Korea that was supported by the United States and North Korea that was supported by China and the Soviet Union. Slaughter was carried out between the same ethnic groups. To be breakwater against communism, the U.S. established a police reserve corps. This developed to the self-defense force. This is on the north latitude 38 degrees of military demarcation line in Panmunjom. The leader of China's Communist Party and the founder of the People's Republic of China, Mao Zedong. The leader of Kuomintang and the founder of the Republic of China in Taiwan, Chiang Kai-shek. Cuban Missile Crisis. The crisis of World War III. John F. Kennedy. The United States noticed to the Soviet Union that the U.S. would excuse the blockade. That situation jeopardized World War III. In the end, the Soviet Union simply returned. The world could debate World War III. The leader of the Vietnam Independence War, Ho Chi Minh. Vietnam had been a colony of France. France evacuation from Vietnam. The United States, fearing the expansion of communist forces, sent military service to Vietnam. B-52 bombing of North Vietnam by the United States forces. What is the Vietnam War seen by Americans on? It wasn't a battle of justice. It was American soldiers who killed civilians. In the United States, the government was in trouble due to the increase in war costs and casualties, and a shocking photo that moved the American people to the anti-war. U.S.-backed South Vietnam government forces execute a suspected guerrilla of North Vietnam on the street. Anti-war movement was increasing in the United States. An American helicopter that accommodated a lot of refugees flew away from the American embassy. The evacuation of the United States from Vietnam. The Middle East War. Israel supported by the United States versus Arabic nations supported by the Soviet Union. Oil shock. Oil product nations control the oil export. Oil price is increasing in 1973. The president of the Soviet Union, Gorbachev, contributed to make the Cold War end. There is nothing to want to buy at the department store in Moscow under the regime of the Soviet Union. But the fundamental factor of the end of the Cold War was that the Soviet Union couldn't catch up American military expansion under the Reagan administration because of about 40% of the United States GDP, gross domestic product. The fall of the Berlin Wall. The reunification between West and East Germany. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel to maintain these educational activities. I'm looking forward to seeing you again.